Powerful weapons and Warframe builds are cool and all, but sometimes you just want to goof off with your friends. Now everyone knows of the ability to just instantly fail a rad sortie with a nuke frame, but we're not here to be trolls. We're going to be the bestest of friends. I'm the Engineer, let's be a practical problem. Remember, goof off with your friends, not with random people. These friendly ideas and suggestions rely on existing rapport and may not be well received by someone playing a more serious game. With that disclaimer out of the way, I want to start by reminding you that radiation sorties, or more accurately the radiation effect on warframes, doesn't just mean you can shoot your allies. Certain abilities can also be applied to their full effect. For example, Gara's Mass Vitrify will encase enemies in glass for the duration with no early exit. With friendly fire turned on by a brief radiation proc, your allies become eligible too, and so too, they become ornate glass sculptures that are definitely not silently screaming in their transparent prison. Likewise, you can do the same with Atlas. Not with his Petrify ability, that one isn't for friends. However, on casting Rumblers, you'll notice Atlas does a radial Petrify too, and that does affect both Warframe and Drifters alike. This will let you truly rock out with your friends. Just remember that because they can't move, they can't dodge. Without any help, they'll probably die alright. Now, a little friendly entertainment doesn't have to rely on radiation procs. With some thinking outside the box, you can find all kinds of opportunities. Like for example, Limbo. Limbo is an obvious jokester. Putting people into the rift is such an old classic and everyone learns about it sooner or later. Instead, surprise your friends with Subsumed Banish on completely unexpected frames. Who'd ever suspect it's Wukong sending everyone into the rift for their protection? Keep your allies safe at a moment's notice with a quick trip into an alternate dimension, and use this sparingly for extra effect. Anyone who's played Nova, or at least played games like Portal, can appreciate the constructive relocation power she has, like allowing you to bypass laser barriers with ease. But should you find yourself a little too efficient at getting to extraction, and maybe a little bored, you can entertain your squad by volunteering your friends for a little out of bounds activity. Stand just behind and just to the side of your ally, cast Wormhole, and watch them relish in their surprise relocation. If you find the right spot, you can send them on an incredible journey of discovery far below the normal bounds of the map. You can play around with teleporting fun from a distance too with Loki. He's got this wonderful ability called Switch Teleport, which, as the name would suggest, teleports you by switching places with the target. It can be a tad difficult to aim for the right target in the heat of battle, but that just adds to the challenge of this fun little exercise. Snag your friends into unexpected positions to keep their game fresh and exciting. See what exotic and beautiful spots you can find for them to enjoy. You know they'll thank you for it. You can even displace your allies with more conventional means. If your friend seems to be getting themselves into hot water or just running off in the wrong direction, you can apply some simple corrective encouragement with Rip Line. Gently redirect your friend to where they need to be with a tug on Valkyrie's friendship rope. The targeting can be a little bit iffy, mind you. Valkyrie is so prepared to help her friends that she'll move enemies swiftly out of the way, dead or alive, to try and be the best friend she can be. Should you misjudge your aim on your friend, you will instead zip your super best buddy self over to them instead to let them know you're in this together. Sometimes the worst happens and your friend isn't just in danger, your friend has gone completely AFK. If that's the case, you can snag them all the way to extraction because you are just that much of a great friend. You're not limited to Valkyrie for this. You can also be a watchful supporter even in the open worlds with the power of Itzel. If you see your friend is feeling a little shy about going for a swim, you can give them some positive vibes and a fun splash in the process. What can be better than helping your ally overcome their inhibitions and getting that good summer swim on? As such a great friend, you can expand your supportive nature beyond the limits of simply moving or not moving each other. You can change the very nature of the mission to give your friend a more engaging experience. Like here, in this defense mission, the Nidus felt the enemies were too weak. Their tank was too strong, and the challenge just wasn't there for them. No need to fear, the Engineer's here with an appropriately modded Equinox. By going for high range and minimum strength, using both overextended and power donation, of course you're lifting up your friend's strength, You can bring back the challenge by increasing enemy damage output to 5 times the normal value. See how much more challenging and engaging that is for them now? They're practically rolling on the floor, laughing with fun. But sometimes, the challenge can be too much for your friends. We can't be having that now. If it gets too difficult for them, they may get burned out and quit. It's a good thing we have just the solution. The most interesting Warframe in the whole game, Inaros, can step up to the plate and give your friends just the break they needed. Just like with Equinox, we equip the friendship build of minimum strength, and then hold Devour on one of those pesky difficult enemies. Don't worry my friend, I've got them pinned down for as long as we need it. There's no worry about the defense waves progressing while we do this, giving us every opportunity to heal up and get ready for the next wave. Even the defense objective can heal up during this time. Truly, Inaros is making our friends' lives better by taking control of the pacing of the mission. Most of the time, however, you shouldn't need to change the mission difficulty. Your friends are competent and wonderful players who definitely follow the build advice of smart and handsome YouTubers. Or if that doesn't work, they can watch me too. With such well-balanced builds for your friends, this frees you up to bring extra entertainment in the form of music, like this Manticore setup here, optimized for the listening pleasure of you and your friends. Shall we hear it in action? See, these are the vibes that will strengthen the bonds in your friendships like no other. You can entertain your friends in a whole host of ways in Warframe to keep the experience fresh and exciting. So go out there and be your very best selves, because Warframe is a multiplayer game and best played together.
What the actual